move to part 2 of this. Things I'd like to get off my chest. Just gonna say it once so I don't have to say it again. Okay. What's tough is like at this point, now that it's all done, I feel at peace with so much of it, but there were things that were getting me riled up while the episodes were airing, and I was seeing people say things, and it's not the majority. It's just, and I never read the comments because I learned very quickly when my first audition ever aired, day 1. Oh, I saw the first comment and I was like,
we are never reading comments again, no need.
And typically people that follow me and comment on my posts as opposed to like the American Idol page or the American Idol Facebook or the American Idol YouTube, like on my personal pages, it's mostly positivity. But I saw some things and just wanted to say this. 1, I never ever said, nor did I ever think that I was anything close to the best singer in the competition. I've never thought that. I never thought it the first time. I never thought it the second time. I never think it now. Not even close. I just wanted to compete. And at the end of the day, what's crazy is that you guys see a show where they have to show the good, the bad, the medium, the bad performances. They have to show mixture. It's a TV show. There's gotta be ups, downs. They can't just show 50 of the best singers there were in the competition. A lot of these amazing singers don't even get showcased from the show. I was never under any type of delusion that I was the best singer there. I was just, this was an opportunity that came about in a very divine way, and I have a video explaining all of that I've already filmed and edited and I'm putting out very soon, but I'll probably release this one before that, which tells the story of how I actually landed a spot on American Idol, and it was nothing short of divine. But that being said, when you get an opportunity in life, you don't just get opportunities when you're like,
I studied hard enough and I was prepared and it was time.
Like, no, they just happen sometimes. If you're smart, you say yes to those opportunities, and that's what I did. And when I said yes the first time, I wasn't like, I could win American Idol right now. No, I just said yes to the opportunity, and it unfolded as it did. And then for the second time around, a few select people do get to come back, and with Johnny being my boyfriend and him being so talented, the opportunity arose for me to come back. You'd have to be crazy or not want a career to say no. So when I came back, I was under no pretense that I was all of a sudden the best singer in the world. Mind you, I had just done the finale American Idol where I sang with Montel Jordan. It was still season 2. That was May 17th of 2019. I did my producer's audition for the next season, or the one you're seeing now, in July, early July of 2019. Not much time passed. It wasn't a year later. It wasn't a year of growth. It was maybe 6 months of growth. So no, I never thought I was gonna be the best thing, but I wasn't gonna say no to the opportunity. So to those that knocked me or tried to knock me and say, you're not the best singer, stop coming around. Life is not gonna happen when you're ready for it. And I just was taking the beautiful opportunity and beautiful experience and going for it. It's not about winning sometimes, it's about putting yourself in the fight and seeing what you learn from it and getting better in the process, and that's what happened for me. Second thing was I was never in competition with Johnny. When I was on this season last year, you know when one door shuts and they say another window opens? That is exactly how I landed American Idol. And you will hear, actually pretty well narrated version of it from me very soon. But when that window opened, it was just for me. It was, the door had shut, an audition that I personally had taken had nothing to do with Johnny, and the window opened for me. When I did the experience, it was so positive for me. And the whole time I saw how artist friendly it was, and I was like, Johnny needs to do this show. Johnny needs to do the show. If they rolled the tapes, every single interview I did, I was like, Johnny needs to do this show. Of course they don't show that because he wasn't part of the narrative at the time, but truly I said that. Of course I wanted to share this experience with him. It changed my life and it gave me a platform and an amazing opportunity, and he needed that and he deserved that. He has such an amazing artistry and I've always been his biggest fan. When I brought him in there that day, I was first of all just grateful that they were letting me have a second opportunity, because most people don't get that. I was never in competition with him. He was never in competition with me. We were there to support each other. When I walked in the room the day of my audition, the first thing I said,
other than, hi, my name's Margie, you know what I'm saying,
was, this is the love of my life and he is gonna blow you away, and I am going to look very small in comparison to him, and I know that. I said that. Of course they took it out, but I said that. So people saying in the comments, he's better than her, he's better than her. First of all, I will throw out there that art is subjective, but second of all, I believe he's better than me as a musician. He's out of my league, okay? That's all I'm gonna speak on it. I never wanna be batched up against it. No, 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 no. The show does that because that's good TV. I was a little bit offended when I saw that in my audition, I left the room and then Katie was like, you're gonna go further than her. Because I just feel like that's unnecessary. We knew at some point one of us would go further than the other. That's how the show goes. Best possible scenario would be us be Caleb and Maddie again. But they've already had that happen once, so it's not gonna happen again. It's television, guys. Regardless, we were never pinned up against each other. I think the absolute world of him, and he deserves to go further than I do, period. We are not meant to be compared.
That was a big one.
I just went through like a page of the notes here, just in that little monologue, because I was feeling fiery and passionate, and I'm not gonna interact with you guys on social media and fight back ever anything negative, because that is not, when you put yourself on a platform in a public hemisphere, that's not the way you should really conduct yourself, or that's not the way I believe you should conduct yourself. When someone digs me, I'm not going to respond to it, but I will speak my piece in my own way right here. So that was that, and I think the world of Johnny, and if 5,000 people want to say he's better than me, I will agree with you. But I also believe in myself, so I'm not knocking myself. I'm gonna give it a shot. You don't have to think you're the 1 in a billion star to take the opportunity.
Okay, that's it. Sorry, moving on.
My second to last thing is about song choice. Okay, let me just talk about this for a second, because I've done this show. It's been the last almost 2 full years of my life. One of the things I feel like I got labeled for was song choice. And not even by the show, but the audience members on social media just wanted to slam me for song choice. There's a couple things I need to get off my chest about this. I never said I made all the best song choices, no. But there were things in my way. There's impediments that you guys don't see, such as, firstly, if you think I'm not thinking about song choice, then let me correct you right now. I have lost so much sleep over the course of the last 21 months on song choice. I have had a recurring nightmare about song choice, literally being on stage the day of a performance and wanting to switch the song. So if you think I'm not aware of song choice,
You can go ahead and slip out of my DMs on that. Like, truly.
I am fully aware of the situation here. But there are restrictions when you're picking a song, some of which include licensing and clearance, which means some artists don't clear their songs. So let's say I picked, here's a perfect example. During Hollywood Week this year, I wanted to sing Reflection. That was from Mulan. Submitted the song and they said, no, we can't clear it because Mulan is coming out the movie is coming out this year. We can't clear that song. That was my #1 choice. I practiced it a lot. With the flip of a switch, you can't sing the song you wanted to sing. So when people, make their comments, she makes bad song choices, sometimes there's things in your way. Other things that can be in your way, accompaniment changes. Sometimes you're singing a cappella, so you have to cater your choice to what you're gonna sound good a cappella on. For instance, if someone looks on my social media or on my YouTube page and sees me singing She Used to Be Mine from Waitress, maybe I didn't believe that would be the best choice a cappella, so I'm not gonna bring that to the next round. Maybe you as an audience member aren't thinking of all these things, but I am juggling all these pieces. Something else that comes into play is time limits. You have to make sure the song you choose, if you only have 45 seconds, if you're gonna pick a slow build song, it might not be the time. Fourth, there's influence from the showmakers. Sometimes they say you've got to do an up-tempo song. We'd like to see that from you. Or requirements for a round, like Hawaii, for instance, which a lot of people slam me on my song choice there. Ooh, I could really go in. But I'm just not in the tea spilling mood. For instance, in that round, did not want to sing All About That Bass.
You heard it here first from me.
I didn't want to sing it. However, I did make the cardinal sin of submitting that as an option for myself because I knew an arrangement of it. And sometimes you don't have a lot of time. You got to submit 100 songs and you're only going to sing one for 1.5 minutes, and then you end up getting pinholed into that song choice because it was one of your only up-tempo ones. Long story short, for anyone who wants the beef, I was fighting to sing Warrior by Demi Lovato. They can't force you to not sing something, but they can definitely strongly encourage you not to. And when you're fresh on the scene in a show and you're in front of all the showmakers and you're just one small person who is feeling insecure and they're all saying, this is your strength, your personality is your strength, you should sing the personality song. It's really hard to go against them. Yeah, there's a lot of things. You want to take their advice. Even if your heart was screaming, my heart was screaming not to sing All About That Bass. And then everyone was like, bad song choice, bad song choice. I knew, I did not want to sing it. I fought really hard not to sing it. I was in tears in Hawaii after the run through, I was so torn. It didn't work out for me. And then I ended up getting cut and saying this is not America's personality. So that was a bummer. But at this point, I'm so at peace with it all, but it's just,
That was a bummer.
That was a bummer. That was a bummer.
other things that come into play with song choice. There's lists, for instance, solo round. I just saw this, someone said that wasn't maybe the best song choice for you. Well, listen, there was only 30 options. And sometimes when you have 3 hours to learn a brand new song, do the arrangement, do your rehearsal, do your coaching session, and go to bed, you make the best choice that's for you. That's what's happened. There's a lot working against you in competitions like this. It's not just walk in the park, you're gonna sing your favorite songs you've ever sung in the world. There's a lot of things in place that make it hard. That's that. I actually have a lot of details on this paper about some of the messages I've heard, and at the end of the day, I'm not gonna respond to all of those pieces. I think about it, I'm aware of my voice, I know what it sounds like, I know its weaknesses and its strengths, and I continue to learn about it as I am on the playing field. I never walked into this being like, I'm gonna win. I just wanted to fight the fight and see what happened, because the opportunity came for me at this moment in my life, and I am so grateful, which brings me, I think, to my last point, which is really where I like to talk the most about, but I've just talked your ear off. I am so grateful for this opportunity. This is totally, totally, totally a win for me. I don't need messages in my inbox saying sorry. Of course you can say it, I get it. Not everyone knows how to react or what exactly, you can't predict what I want to hear every word for word. I'm appreciative of all the messages, but I personally, while there's sadness in my heart, when you work so hard for something and you spend a lot of time, energy, and dreaming into something and it doesn't work out exactly as you hoped. But to me, this was a win. I mean, this show is spectacular. It's unique. It is once in a lifetime opportunity. And I got to be one of the luckiest girls in the world to get to do it twice. Oh, and the people who make that show, to me, I now forever put them on a pedestal. They work so hard. Every single one of them is so gracious. Just a joy. I want to be all of your friends. The opportunity was life-changing for me. It changed my heart. It changed the way I believed in myself. I never thought that this kind of thing was possible for a person. I came from Delaware. I was never raised in the music scene or the entertainment scene. I never knew a single person who'd ever gotten on a show like this. At the age of 25, I had absolutely grown to believe that this did not happen for people. And when this happened for me, it blew my mind, literally. And I am so grateful. And the fact that I got to do it twice was like this voice from above saying, you're doing there's something within you, go chase it. And I will not stop running after all this. And I hope I appear grateful, because I really am. I know this opportunity doesn't come to a lot of people, and it doesn't come to people who are very deserving of it and are very talented. I'm just appreciative every single day for this, and the stars just aligned for me with this show. And even if I didn't win, it feels like a victory. I feel so much more comfortable in my own skin and proud of who I am and all the things I've done, and the hard work I put into this, it makes me feel really proud of myself. I mean, I might be talking in circles now, but I just am so grateful for this show and what it did for me and how much it taught me. I would never change it for a thing. And I think this was the most beautiful beginning to the new phase of my life where I do believe in myself and I'm gonna go after the things I love. So thank you to everybody who supported me and said positive things. Yeah, and for watching this. This is the biggest ramble ever, and I freaking love you so much. I'm gonna shut off here because my neck hurts, and also I've just talked so freaking much. This is kind of just how I feel now, and I feel really good about it and really grateful and just love the show to pieces, and I would do it 100,000 times over. Thank you for listening. If you are still here, put like a freaking chocolate bar emoji in the comments, and I need to see you. Okay, bye.
All right, it's getting hot in here. I'm trying to get comfortable right now. This is not working. I'm boiling. I can't do this right now. This looks like crappy. I'm not in the mood for this. I'm gonna take a pause. I can't like do it when I know you're listening. I don't know why. I gotta take a break. My neck hurts. I'll be right back.